Good day, we are Team Athena, and today we're going to discuss to you the development and service process of our service, which is FitPocket. So hi, my name is Carly, and I'm going to discuss to you the development process of our service. So FitPocket is a mobile application that anybody can use. Consumers and suppliers are two of the product's most important key actors. Online shoppers also known as our consumers, are viewed as the fundamental components of our service, since it is up to them whether or not this product is going to be obsolete. Consumers should always be considered to have limited resources, which is why they would only spend money on things they were certain were worthwhile and would meet their needs. Regarding the suppliers, which are our local tailors and clothing lines, they play a crucial role in maintaining the viability of our service. They are significant when reflecting on expenses, product quality, and on-time delivery to please the end consumers. Delivering quality suppliers enhance both our efficiency and the service we provide to our consumers. Having a good working relationship with the supplier can also give us the much needed assistance we require from someone who can offer new insight and inspire business to come our way. So here's our development of Bitbucket. So starting from user requirements, next is from data collection, and we have two types of data, which is the spatial data and attribute data. Then we'll store and manipulate the data. Once our developing team is satisfied, we will continue in database design, the creation of database design, in application development, the user interface design, and analysis and testing. So if ever our developing team is not satisfied or unsatisfied with the data collected, we will go back to data collection and until our developing team uh, receive their desired data for the for the start of database design and starting of our development of Bitbucket. So for our user requirements, my group mates already discussed this week ago, the detailed user requirements of our consumers. So I will start from data collection. So data privacy issues are one of the most important challenges both for mobile app designers and developers. Obtaining user consent is an appropriate way so that it meets legal and UX requirements at the same time is really difficult. Before we access and process some user data, Bitbucket will ask user consent. Since Bitbucket is an online shopping application, personal information such as name, age, address, and debit credit card details. The said personal information shall be kept confidential and shall not be disclosed to anyone. For this mobile application, the use of artificial intelligence and augmented reality is used as the main components of its success. So to collect data from our consumers, we will be using artificial intelligence in order to detect whether the object in front is actually the body of human being, while the augmented reality is used in the order to obtain the body measurement of the person standing in front of the camera. So for the spatial data, attribute data, and store manipulate data. So before I discuss to you the team involved in software development to detailed explanation of the rest of components here, I will now discuss to you the system requirements for the Bitbucket. So we have four requirements for our system requirements, which is the operating system, size, compatibility, and additional requirements. So for operating system, we have iOS for Apple users and Android for Android device users. And for our size of our application, which is the Bitbucket, the users must have stored a 95 MB so that they can able to use our service or our application. As for the compatibility, it requires iOS 8.0 or later and compatible with iPhone and iPod Touch. It is also required in Android 7.0 or later. And lastly, for the additional requirements, the users must have an internet connection and local services to be turned on so that we can know the location of the users and we were able to deliver our product to our consumers. Next is the team involved in the development of FitPocket. So we have researchers and analysts, software engineers and developers, uh, overall manager, and the customer service team. So the analysts received the user requirement from the development team. These were covered by the team's analysts into program requirements, which were given to programmers so they could write the code. The development team would also include database administrators who would make a necessary modification to the database. Before turning the project over to a different team in charge of deploying the code, software development tester should test everything. The success of the mobile application will be greatly influenced by the development team, which will be gather the user requirements in order to send it to analysts and specify the needs of the FitPocket app. So the development team are the ones who will start the mobile application from scratch and work on it till it is perfect. They will continue to contribute to the subsequent modification made to the mobile application after it has been created. So software engineers and developers will also be in charge of the GUI and UX, ensuring that the mobile application has the ideal appearance, and it is simple for people to use. The development team's assistant is essential to the success of the Bitbucket application. The development team should be contact when comments and ideas are made regarding the software aspect of a mobile application. So we will also introduce agile development team so that everything change for the better. People with a variety of skills are employed in this flat organization structure team environment, which is the development team, working in a multifunctional collaborative teams, which each development team concentrates on one or more particular software products. As for the database, the database administrator will handle that. As for the design of our application, software engineers and software developers will be assigned into that. As for the research and analysis, there were for the users' requirements. So people with special functions like a Scrum Master may be present on the team, but they do not serve as the boss. Rather, they are there to assist and support the self-governing development team. So each development team will be having a Scrum Master, not the boss, but as their guidance for each developing team. So there will be an overall manager here, overall manager, uh, who will be tasked with managing the overall development of the mobile application from its original design through its deployment within the development team. The manager will also keep track of the costs associated with the creating the mobile application. The manager's objective is to keep costs down, but the mobile application's quality must still come first. As for our customer service team, our service will be adding a customer service team. They are the ones who will communicate with the users of the FitPocket application. The customer service team will be a crucial important role. Under the GUI of supplier and users' personal detail, which is presented by my groupmate plus report, uh, there will be phone numbers listed so that users can contact the customer service team if they run into issues with the FitPocket application or related issues in general. The users and suppliers can also leave a message such as feedback and recommendations, which the customer support personnel should be active in checking. So in the selecting customer service staff, the business will be on the lookout for particular characteristic that will be needed to possess in order to satisfy the consumers. The following qualities will be valued by the company: tolerance, attentiveness, capacity for clear communication, familiarity with mobile application, and the capability for the positive language. So in order to properly hear and comprehend each customer's concern and demands, the customer service team should have a lot of patience in speaking with customers in this manner. On that occasion, they should always pay attention because some consumers may not express themselves directly due to their unfamiliarity with the technical words. Though it is crucial to always pay attention to individuals' customers' experiences, it is equally crucial to be aware of and sensitive to the comments you generally receive. Besides attentiveness, customer service crew should have an ability to express themselves clearly depending on the scenario, as it may insult customers even when they doesn't intended it to. In light of this, the customer service personnel must exercise caution, which choosing terms. Lastly, our service will always have a mobile application expert on the customer service team. This is essential because without understanding how the mobile application functions, the customer service team cannot assist users who are having issues with it. Software included in the development of the app packet. So here's the software needed in the development of the FitPocket, or we should say tools that needed. So we have Apple App Store, Google App Store, Apple ARKit, Google AR Core, React Native, and Microsoft Azure SQL database. So in the Apple App Store, in order to obtain the mobile application, FitPocket in iOS devices, the user must download the said application via the Apple App Store. Take note that this application is free. Same as for the Android device, which is in the Google Play Store, the user must download the said application via the Google Play Store. Take note that this is also free. As for Apple AR Kit is Apple's augmented reality development kit, which allows AR application be made for iOS device. The AR kit will be used in the creation of FitPocket since its main feature is to obtain body measurement through AR. As for Google AR Core is Google's augmented reality development kit which allows AR application be made for Android devices. The AR Core will be used in the creation of FitPocket since its main features is the obtaining of body measurement through AR. It is same function but different since these two devices is different. As for React Native, this special cross-platform tool will be used in order to integrate both mobile applications made separate in iOS and Android. Using React Native will be an advantage since it is an open source platform. That means all documentation related to this technology is open for everyone and is available for free to everyone in the React Native community. Lastly, the Microsoft Azure SQL database. This will be used for the cloud database of the application. It will be used by our database administrator. So the costing per database is priced at $0.745 per month. So that's all for the development process of our service, which is the FitPockets. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon. I am Hannah Crisel Leines, and today I will explain to you the service process of FitPocket. So the first one is Inbound logistics. So the first step is to gather the necessary resources, such as various sorts of apparel, since FitPocket will be purchasing the clothing items from various providers. So in order to draw in new clients, FitPocket will make sure that the materials gathered are the ones that are now thought to be trendy. So in order to determine the kinds of clothing that the potential new consumers would wish to order, FitPocket conducted a survey. Additionally, this is the stage at which various necessary personnel are employed, including members of the research and development team, the customer service team, and software engineers who will begin developing the mobile application. Number two is operations. So after the mobile application has been made and the different clothing pieces has been delivered, it is time to test whether or not the mobile application is currently stable. So the members of the company would download the application from both the App Store and the Play Store. After that, a test run on using the self-obtaining body measurement using AI and AR technology would be done. So there would be also a verification if the body measurement obtained is accurate or not. A test run on ordering items in the mobile application would also be performed. Then using a card as a form of payment would also be done to check whether or not that the future works. So the delivery method would also be checked to see if the delivery courier and the company of FitPocket would be notified after ordering. Number three is outbound logistics. So the ordered garments from the retail sellers would be gathered and saved because this is a mobile application and is regarded as an e-commerce business. Thus, the things to be delivered will be in storage. The application has been publicly accessible during this time in both the App Store and the Play Store. The goods shipping would also be covered here after accepting the customer's orders. Number four is marketing and sales. So these activities aimed at educating consumers about the new product will be held in this section. Most likely, it will take place near the locations of our customer segments, like the various retail stores. A poster saying that customers may order garments through the app and have clothes produced just for them using their precise body measurements or any customizable size utilizing the products of the aforementioned retail seller could be put up close to their place of business. To further attract consumers to purchase our product, an advertisement might also be put on social media platforms. And number five, services. So the customer support team must be ready to answer consumer calls after the mobile application is made accessible in the Play Store and App Store and to address their needs and ideas. All consumer complaints concerning the product will be handled by customer service in this capacity. Once the customer service team has received the issues, if the problems are software related, they will forward them to the software engineering team to ensure a speedy resolution. When the problem has been fixed, the customer service team will let the concerned client know. So here is the service process of FitPocket, and thank you for listening.